Coming at you live from Detroit. This is Not the Lions. Good morning, guys. How are you? The Lions did it. They beat the Vikings. The score was 34-23. The Lions prevailed. Call in. If you got something to say, you can call in. Our call number's at 868-0342. Call in. See what you got to say. The Lions looking good. They looking real good. They look like, they feel like, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what they got to do. Let's see. Brought to you by Men of War Media, our sponsors. If you want to sponsor our show, you can go to Not the Lions Cash App. If you want to advertise on our show, you can advertise. Go through our Gmail at NotTheLions at Gmail. However, let's get back to the show. Week 14, the Giants took the L from the Eagles. The Seahawks took the L's from the Panthers. The Lions play the Panthers week 16. And the Commanders return from a bye week to play the same team, the Giants. Hopefully it won't be a tie again. Not for just the Lions, but all across the NFL, you know what I'm saying? But factors. Stay up for tonight's marquee game, the Seahawks against the Niners. Detroit is really affected by these factors. Whether they win or lose, it's not my concern. But for the fans of Detroit, they need these guys to lose. These other teams, the Commanders, the Giants, and the Seahawks, that's the big picture. Call in 868-0351 or 868-0342 if you got something to say about these things or the Lions possibly making a push to the playoffs. Really, it's the Lions. Can't believe it. Never would have thought before that they could even possibly get to this point. I'm pretty sure my big mouth got a lot to do with it. Whether you may think about it or you may not think about it. I've said some pretty dramatic things, and next thing you know, that Sunday, the Lions got the W. Maybe me saying all them L's across the board, or maybe all those receipts from Best Buy, Family Dollar, Five Below. That Five Below steps there, that's the one that got it. I'm telling you, you just go back and look. However, the Lions are like a fifth pip. Fifth in the wild card standing. They fifth. Behind Seattle. Is this where I'm supposed to say good morning football? Really? The big picture, it's exciting times in Detroit. We talking NFC playoffs on the wild card fence. The road to the Super Bowl. The Lions? The Lions. Nobody even want to play the Lions. What's up with that? Why is that? Call in if you got something to say. It's really exciting times in Detroit. This is what I'm told. Let's move on to week 15. Sunny. Week 15. The Lions' remaining schedule is the Jets, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers. They have a 16% chance for playoff berth. They are 1.5 games out. 2 games affect that path. 2 games on that 1.5 games out. I'm taking you slowly through all this rigmarole about the Lions actually making the playoffs. Let's talk about it. This is a conversation. This is a national conversation. Nobody wants to play the Lions. Me is like, what? Are you serious? But thank you. I'm glad we finally made it to this point. I'm glad we finally made it. Well, not we, but them, but they, whatever. 1 game out, 2 games affect the path. The rematch between the Giants and the Commanders affect the path. They need to do something. If they tie again, it's like a football national conference, something embarrassment. I don't know what you call it. However, tonight at 8 o'clock, thorn in the Lions side, the Seattle Seahawks. They play the thorn the Seattle Seahawks side, the 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers, they got a good quarterback. They got a good team. They got a good system. And they got good pass rushing. And they got good pass protection. Me personally, I think the Seattle is going to get stumped. That's me. If you feel different, you can call in. This is a conversation. This is not me just saying this is what's going to happen. No, this is a conversation across the NFL conference. The Lions are included. Isn't that something? However, let's talk about the Commanders, the Giants, and the Seahawks. Let's talk about the Seahawks. The Seahawks remain in schedule. They play the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Jets, and the Rams. The Giants, they play the Commanders, the Vikings, the Eagles, and the Colts. Oh, let me put that in proper perspective. The Commanders, the Vikings, the Colts, and the Eagles. And the Giants play the Browns. No, I got that wrong. The Commanders play the Giants, the 49ers, the Browns, and the Cowboys. And the Giants play the Commanders, the Vikings, the Colts, and the Eagles. Going over there, get that right. However, the game between the Giants and the Commanders is the Fusha. I don't know. It affects the Lions in some kind of way. The game between the 49ers and the Seahawks affects the Lions on the whole game, not the half game. The half game is with the Commanders and the Giants. That's how that goes. Moving on to Week 15. What the Lions going to do? Can they beat the Jets? The Jets look really good. They look really, really good. The Jets got good pass coverage. They got a good run. If you got ground, you might got a chance. We all know this. If you got ground, you might have a chance. The ground ball, you get in there, you see the holes in the pocket, you slip on through, you take a couple of hits, and you try to get to the house. You got to try to make it to the house. Now, the Lions, I'm going to give you a game plan what they should try to do. They should try to run them to death. And then on one side of the field, then they should try to constantly just hit them with every receiver they got, even the left tackle. Give it to them. Give them everything you got, make it to the next game, and then make it to the next game. The Lions' schedule, once again, they play the Panthers and the Bears. The Lions could possibly do this, but they have to take it a game at a time. They have to take it slowly. They have to take it a quarter at a time. They have to take it slow. If you really feel like the Lions, the Detroit Lions, all these years of disappointment and anguish, All the L's, the shame, the buts, the whatevers, the in looking ons. These things are embedded in Michiganders' minds for years and years and years. Grandfathers, uncles, aunties, grandmothers. We are the sons, and we are still witnessing. This year they changed it. They won. They're there. They've accomplished what other Lions haven't accomplished. You can argue about the coach. Dan Campbell's not the greatest coach. Dan Campbell was the greatest coach. Look where he came from. He was an assistant. Now he big dog on campus, making good plays, making good ideas. Some gonna go, some not gonna go. We all know that. You can't win everything. However, I don't think he's gonna wear a fedora anytime soon. Give him a chance. You see what they're doing. Not a fan, but they shut me up a couple games. They got quite a few W's across the board. I said go get 5. Here they come with nickel pack plus. Like, shut up, D. Is Jared Goff the player of the year? This is the conversation. Are the Lions receivers the best since Dan Marino and the Dupers? Super Duper, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton, I can't remember the names. Is Jared Goff the most complete quarterback in all football at this point? Is he better than Zach? No, Dak. That's his name. Is he better than that guy, Dak? Same class. Who's doing better? Who's doing better? In my findings across the NFL, across the city, just thinking about Detroit Lions, can they make it? Ran across a Detroit Lion basketball court. Somebody explain that one to me. I ran across a Detroit Lion basketball court. It was a Lion center court. Who did that? How do you do that? Is that a thing? Do they do NFL basketball courts? Do they do NBA football courts? Call in, send a picture, and straighten me out if you know anything about these crazy antics that I think are crazy. Don't want to see a Lions basketball court. I mean, what am I supposed to wear what am I supposed to have in my hand? Am I supposed to have a Lions basketball to go with that? What about the Pistons? This Lions basketball court, I didn't see it anywhere else, but you can find or even purchase this Lions basketball court at a house in Ferndale, Michigan. This house is being shown now. It's available for sale. You can check out this pretty nice house and buy you a Lions basketball court. Probably one of a kind, because I don't see it anywhere else in the NFL. I don't see it. This is the time in which the Lions need to dig deep. They need to dig way deep and continue to do what they do. The whole NFL is worried about playing the Lions. If they could just make it to the playoffs and focus on one team at a time, they could do it. They could do it. Maybe, and maybe not. This is the teeter-totter that I was talking about with the Lions. You as a Lions fan, can you absolutely say that the Lions are going to win every game? Do you have that faith in the Lions like people got faith in Tom Brady? Probably not. I don't either. Ask your granddaddy, do he got faith in the Lions? And see what he say. Is he gonna say yes, the Lions going, or he's gonna say with the statistics? As I always say, he's gonna say nay, nay, because Detroit has suffered terrible, all kinds of L's. That's why this show even exists, because of the L's. I didn't know how to put it before, but I know how to put it now. The L's built this show right here, not the Lions. Detroit has suffered enough, so I'm glad this year they're spreading the L's, they're spreading the terrible out across the NFL. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but it's some terrible. I mean, the South is looking pretty terrible. I mean, Tampa is at the top of the South with the Lions record. We need to move down there. When you look at Detroit Lions fans, they got like vague looks on their face because they don't know, should they get ready for the L. I mean, this is some real stuff. You know, they can't actually, they got all the Lions stuff on and they looking all confident, but deep in their heart, they're unsure. They don't know, and they got to look at each other so they can. They got to gather in groups and clusters so they can discuss the possibility of the W. However, they made it. The Lions ain't never looked this good ever. I don't know, maybe, but not in a while. Quarter century. Malacca, pay attention. It's the Lions. No matter what, they always find a way. But I don't want to mess up the momentum because usually they find a way to screw it up. You know I'm not lying. And you know in your heart you feel the same way. When you pull out your debit card and you swipe and you purchase some Lions gear or that Lions flag or that Lions barbecue pit, that Lions tailgate grill, those Lions hubcaps, I seen them. They out there, I see them. The Lions Christmas hat. And once again, the Lions wheel cover be on the Jeeps. I seen them. They out there. And you guys are rocking them Lions wheel covers. Do your thing. You're not Malacca. I'm Malacca because I'm not the Lions. I remember when the Lions only had 3 fans on the weekend. But now fans don't even care. Fans don't care if the Lions win or not. Because the Lions send you texts for 10 tickets for the price of 2. But, however, I'm going to manage my feelings and get it together about the Lions. If they bring some W's. If they don't continue to bring the W's, guess what? I'm coming back so I can put the L's on notice. We notice. We notice the L's. We notice the W's. We notice the victories. Thanks for the victories. Thanks for serving your city, the city of Detroit. Thanks for serving us finally. It's been a long time. The fans can finally walk around with the Honolulu blue with a little bit of pride and hold their head up and feel like somebody in the sports arena, NFL conference with my Lions gear. Well, not my Lions gear. I ain't with no Lions gear. However, with your Lions gear, be proud. The few. No, not the Marines. I'm just joking. The Lions are on their way, possibility to the glory. The Mission College statement is real. The Lions statement appears to be real. They are doing their thing on their way, game by game. Call in if you got something to say. Call in if you got something to think. Because I think two games. If they can beat the Jets and they can beat the Panthers, we always play the Bears and the Packers. That's just a no-brainer. They hungry. They got the momentum. The Bears and the Packers probably going to go down. But once again, this is the Lions. The Lions. They so weeble wobbly you don't know. It's so scary. You Lions fans, I know you just biting your nails right now, just like, shut up. But I probably won't be shutting up. Because this is my show, not the Lions. And the Lions have sucked for so many years, so many times before. It won't go away. Just because you guys are happy because they're winning, you think I'm just going to forget all the L's in the past? You want me to open up the closet just like Poltergeist? They just going to be coming out the pool. L's. They're going to have cobwebs on them, mud. They're going to have little species, little cupricollis. And be like, what is that? That's an L, mama. That's an old L. Probably a 1983 L. That's one of the L's Barry left for. Too many L's. Dun, 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 dun. Way across the board. I'm about to leave here just like Barry did. Barry bust up, went to Paris. He didn't know what he said. He just hired an interpreter. Get the heck away from the L's. The Lions and the losses. However, the Lions winning. They are truly doing their thing on the way to victory. Thank you, D. Dan Campbell. Thank you, offensive coordinator, the new one. Thank you, defensive coordinator. Man, you still got some work to do. The other teams are still scoring way too much. If you got some true schemes in the book, you need to get them boys a little bit on it some more. You need some more sacks. You need some better secondary, and you need some better punt returns. The offense is saving you, man. I'm telling you, the balance. That one game you had, they was all right, but maybe that was the team. I don't really watch football, but now I put it together. You just slip and slide and come out, bro. If you want to get the Lions to the next step, you gonna have to get these boys to bring it on the defensive end. They need defense. You are the man. And look around the NFL. This is not a wait to next year mentality. This is a right now, this instant mentality. I don't know what to tell you. The Lions fans sick of it. Yeah, this is a light little enjoyment of the W's, but some people will be satisfied to next year. Oh, yeah, the Lions did it this year. Oh, yeah. Listen, get busy a little bit more on the defensive end. The offense look all right. Really good, to be honest. And, thanks for the sacks, but come on. You could do better, even better. The Detroit fans expect, deserve, and it's inviting more defensive plays. If you ask for more money, I'm sure we give you more money. It's not about the money. It's about the victory. The V, the W. You shown you can do it. Don't go back out there. Don't go not get the sacks and come back with 8 points. It'd be like 8-18. Lions. No, man. You didn't show when you could score 30 points, go out there, get some safeties, do something. Do a little bit better than letting the offense go out there and carry the whole thing. Let the veterans in. That's nothing. Put some veterans in there, man. They sitting on the sideline. You really got the veterans sitting on the side, man. You know your veterans only like second-year players. Now you're a vet. You've been there 18 months, but you were a vet. However, put them players out there, man. They didn't play on other teams. They got some other ideas, and I'm sure they got a better game plan for the Lions system. However, we're going to see tonight what Seattle going to do. We're going to see Sunday what Washington and the Giants going to do. And we also see what the Lions going to do with the Jets. And I think it's Jersey. The Giants and the Jets play in the same arena, I think. I'm not sure. However, we're going to see what the Lions going to do. Hopefully they bring home the victory. We used to them bringing home the L, but they know they can't bring home the L or they're going to get evicted. That's probably what's going to happen. Sick of them. However, keep doing your thing. TV 33, Channel 90, not the Lions. Don't love the Lions. I know you probably love the Lions. You could call in. You could go to our website, go to our YouTube, and state what you feel. Don't forget we're having that Lions picture contest of how great you feel as a Lions fan. But, however, thanks for tuning in to TV 33, not the Lions. We'll be back next week to verify, hopefully, a Lions victory. And if not, we will celebrate as well, as usual, the Lions L. I'm D. Thanks for joining in. TV 33, Channel 90. Love to have you. Out.